Hi Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's do a reading for the other person, okay? Kindly check the description box down below so you guys could better understand what this reading is all about. Alright, so let's start by getting one card from this oracle deck for you, my dear. This is going to be focused on the other person. Spirit, give us one card, please, for this person's energy at the moment. Okay, so I'm picking up this vibe that this person at the moment has a lot in their head. Their thoughts are a little bit scattered. It's everywhere, okay? So, one card, please, Spirit. I could feel someone's anxiety at the moment, too. It's like they're anxious about something here. They're anxious about not being able to make a decision, perhaps, okay? That's why they're stressing out. See? This person is stressing out. I think I got this card too for the sign of Taurus. So if you guys are dealing with a Taurus, you both are basically thinking of each other, okay? I highly recommend that you guys check the reading I made, but that's just for some of you. So that's why I pick up the energy that someone is overthinking, someone is overstressing about this situation. They can't seem to get you off their head. And they're feeling a bit lonely, to be honest. Looking at that fairy over there, she's alone in the picture. She wants to be alone. She doesn't want to be disturbed, nor does she feel like interacting with anyone, but she's more or less hanging out with her thoughts. Now, I wonder what those thoughts are, but the energy that I pick up instantly is that someone is very anxious. They're experiencing a lot of stress and they're panicking. Like, I could literally see someone who couldn't think of anything else in the day, and it's already creeping in their mundane activities. There's like a surge and rush of feeling here, wanting to make a decision, but they couldn't seem to make that decision now. So it's causing them a lot of stress. But we're going to open up that card a little bit more here. You could be dealing with someone who is an overthinker. They overanalyze the little things, right? And they're the type of person maybe that they want to be sure before making a decision. It could be a decision that's based on wanting to come back. Yeah, because clearly there has been an ending. Okay? There could have been a breakup, a separation of some sort, or someone changed. There has been a change in the wind, a change in the direction of this relationship, like a paradigm shift, okay? Now I'm thinking here, is this person overthinking of what they've done, or are they thinking that they made a wrong decision about leaving the situation? But the Death card is a major arcana. It seems like universe orchestrated this ending because potentially there's something that needs to be revealed. I think that this person with the thinker over there, they're the ones who could have separated from you, my dear Gemini. They were the one who sort of like made it official, basically. And so the burden has been on them because they were the ones who made the decision. They were the ones who left you. So they did not expect this flood of thoughts after you both have separated and lived your separate lives. It seems like this person is hung up on you for some reason. Or maybe someone is thinking of breaking up with you once and for all. That could also be the case, right? And they're starting to regret, and they're starting to think whether that is the right decision to do. So if someone is ghosting you at the moment and being distant, being cold, it's like something is playing with their head here. They're having these crazy thoughts and ideas. They think that breaking up could be the only solution to get them out of what they're feeling at the moment, okay? So look at that. So the challenge and the opposing factor is the Tower card. Now, for the first situation, the first case, I told you guys that someone could be regretting their decision. They think that they may have rushed their decision of breaking up with you because the obstacle is the Tower card. Clearly, there has been a separation. The foundation has come stumbling down, okay? But that is being blocked. That means someone is holding on. Someone could have walked away and all of a sudden they can't seem to move forward. They were the one who initiated the separation, the divorce, or maybe the breakup, right? They were the ones who left the situation hanging or could have ghosted you, and all of a sudden they can't seem to shake this off. All right, pretty much they're still hung up on whatever is left over, you know, leftover emotions, leftover feelings. So it's like, I don't know, I sense that the decision has been a bit rushed and they weren't really prepared how to face the breakup after. It's like someone just made that decision because they were trying to escape something. They feel, because you see the Tower card, what does the Tower card mean? It means that something felt so constricted. Okay, it could have been a tower built on pride, ego, or the sense of wanting to cling. But when the tower happens, it's supposed to uproot certain issues to reveal something authentic, right? But also because maybe it has been a situation, a thing, a relationship, or a person that was too constraining that there was no growth. So from what I'm seeing here, okay, someone broke up with you because they were feeling A, that they were suffocated because of the relationship. B, they did not have a lot of freedom. Or C, maybe it's like they were just finding a way to escape their responsibilities. But they weren't really ready emotionally and spiritually of separating with you. Hence, they're thinking now, what have I done? What have I done? Okay? So I'm really picking up that vibe. And the cards are telling me at the moment, like, someone is still not over you. Okay? They may have released themselves from some of the burden, but the foundation is still there. The cause or the root of the situation is the Seven of Wands. From what I'm seeing here is that because you did not chase this person, Gemini, what a story I'm picking up. I'm not so sure why this reading is going this way, but I'm just following what my guides are telling me at the moment. So this person expected you to chase them. But when you also pack your bags and left the situation because you knew better, right? You knew better. Why would you dim your light just to chase someone who obviously at that moment didn't want you? Okay, that's what you thought. So this person, perhaps in their mind, they figured maybe you're going to try to convince them, okay, to stay. You're going to convince them and you're going to woo them over. But that's not what happened. And all of a sudden, this person felt that they started to miss your presence in their life because you blocked them. And now that you are independently strong, it's not like you're looking for them. It's not like you are dying to be back into this person's life. From what I'm seeing, okay, there may be feelings of missing each other, but it's not like you're willing to put yourself back in that situation out of the blue. So because of that, Gemini, this person is thinking, what are you up to? Okay, it's like this person is worried you've already moved forward from them completely, which for most of you, you have already, okay? Four of Cups. In the past, this person could have emotionally withdrawn. So I'm picking up here that someone is more or less a logical person. They think mostly with their head, not so much with the heart. So the downside of this is that they think that everything is going to be based on explanation and logic and science and stuff like that. But you know, the heart knows what it wants at the end of the day, right? Depending on the circumstance, it could be that this person at that moment was finding a practical way out, and they could have argued their way to break up with you because of their reasons, their logical reasons, right? And they closed their heart from that decision. And they were aware because there were a lot of confusion too. It's like they didn't let the heart decide because there were things that's confusing for them. They know that they still love you when they made that decision. They just chose to shut those emotions from what I'm seeing here, okay? There could have also been a rejection. They rejected reconciling with you or working things out with you. They also rejected any offer from you in the past because they thought that they really knew what they were deciding on, right? Logically. But the heart really knows what it wants. From what I'm seeing here is that they're holding on and they do not understand why they're still hung up on you. That's why they're rethinking their decisions over here. I hope that that's making sense. And we have the Devil. So the goal of this person at this time is the Devil card. That means they have to let go of the attachment. So it's like this person is finding the root or the cause of their attachment towards you. Is it because they truly want you in their lives? Is it because they truly love you? Or is it because they have this attachment issues? You know what I mean? It could also be a situation where they left you and they found out that you blocked them and you are probably happier on your own now. You're probably with someone new too because you're standing strong like this wand with the fire. You're passionate about something and someone at the moment. And because this person sees you this way, they all of a sudden are feeling like, well, they're attached to you. They think they can still control you. And they're trying to let that go, but they couldn't. There could also be some feelings of jealousy, okay, obsession. Yeah, oh my God, someone is obsessed about you at the moment. They're obsessively thinking about you too, about what you had, okay? And this is all because you closed off. This is all because you suddenly decided on your own to move forward and not care, not give any time and attention to this person from what I'm seeing. And so that turned a switch in their brain here. I'm hoping I'm not sounding so cryptic, but that's what I'm getting. Something switch in their brain and they start obsessing about the little details. They're thinking about who are you with, what are you doing at the moment, how are you coping with the breakup. So you're asking yourself maybe, why is this person thinking this way when they were the ones who broke up with me? Same. Because like I told you guys earlier, they made the decision based on practicality at that moment. But their heart wasn't in it with that decision. And so now it's coming back to them. Because they finally realized that they're still emotionally attached to you, okay? Or that maybe they don't want you to be with someone else too. Because that is the Devil card. There's like a lustful energy here. The need to control, the need to cling, like the full sense of control. Okay? It's like they see you as if you can't be with anyone else. It's a very toxic pattern. I don't know if this is the person's shadow side that we are dealing with at the moment. If they can't have you, no one else can. You know what I mean? But it's a very passive nature. They don't usually show this, but they only show it because now they know that you've already moved forward, if you know what I mean. They could have showed this attachment to you when you were still there, you know what I mean? But now that things are done, much has been said, okay? Much has been done in this situation. It's a big question mark. Why is this person all of a sudden feeling this way over you? We're going to clarify these energies in a while, okay? See what I mean? Hangman. They're hang up on you, Gemini. And they're not letting you know, okay? They're the type that is just lurking, watching, observing, okay? And they can't let you go. For some reason, they're suspended there. In that situation, still. Maybe this person just needed a fresh perspective at that time when you both were experiencing some difficulty in the relationship, but they weren't able to see it in a different approach. So they could have rushed breaking up with you, to be honest. For some of you, you are also in transition at the moment. You're maybe with someone else or happy on your own. And after maybe watching this video, you're thinking of finally releasing this person, right? Or for some of you, maybe going back to this person too. But with the Hangman, there's like a shift in perspective here, okay? Maybe because this person sees that you're fine, you're okay with them. I don't know what the term is called, but there's this kind of personality wherein they want what they can't have. That's it. They want what they can't have. And now that maybe they can't have you, they're getting so obsessed about the idea of you. So be very careful who this person is. From what I'm seeing, they're jealous from afar. And they could potentially sabotage themselves because they don't know how to heal this jealousy that they have, okay? The sense of toxic attachment, from what I'm seeing here. And it's all hidden. It's a shadow side. It is something that could mess up their brain here. And it could be affecting their mundane activities, like they don't feel like socializing at all. This is consuming them, if you know what I mean. So, oh, a lot of cards. But this one, the Magician, how they're feeling. Be very careful. Now that I'm seeing the Magician with the rest of these cards, and I typically don't feel this vibe from the Magician, they will try to reach out to you, but they have some hidden agenda. I don't know why. And they could also potentially try to approach you, but in a very indirect way, because the Magician, the cheetah, is not looking directly. And they're going to use some resources to have things done. They're planning out something here to communicate and to reach out. They're going to feel this passionate desire to reconnect with you. And they're going to use their resources to do that. But be very careful, because I sense that someone is good with words, especially the Devil card is here. There's someone who's really good with telling you what you want to hear too. So the advice and the guidance here is see what their true intentions are, really. Because I'm not liking, because the Devil is here, plus the Magician's energy and the Hangman. It could be that because they couldn't let you go, they're willing to do some bad intentions, like sabotaging your happiness here. They're trying to like enter your life again, but it's just going to potentially lead to some drama if you're not careful. Because they're trying to rebuild on something that has ended. Okay? But for some of you though, right, it could potentially mean that this person has this desire to start a new journey on their own, because we have the Hangman here. Perhaps this person is going to do a lot of spiritual healing and cleansing to let go of any unresolved emotions. And once they let that go, potentially they can be in that spot once again to start from scratch, right? And manifest their best life, their happiness, and new love maybe. It really depends on what this person is thinking at the moment. That's why with the Devil over here, if they're thinking those negative thoughts, if they let their jealousy, their pride, their ego get the best of them, that forceful kind of emotion, their intentions would definitely be affected, right? Your thoughts shape your reality. So whatever this person is thinking, they can manifest it. Remember, the Magician is manifesting his or her ideas, and basically whatever this person is planning in their head, it could be what they're planning to do here. So if that's not the case though, if they try to detach themselves from the Devil and block this temptation, if they resist from, letting those emotions get the best of them, perhaps this Magician is all about them addressing the need to heal, because traditionally the Magician can also be a healer, one that addresses certain bad behaviors and habits, which is the representation of the Devil in this spread. Any bad behavior, bad patterns, or negative way of thinking, anything that requires too much force too. Okay? So be very careful. Perhaps this person too can force the situation from happening. Like they're going to do whatever it takes to force the reconciliation. And they're thinking of a plan here, basically. They're planning things out. Okay, so we have the Daughter of Wands, how they see you. So this person sees you as maybe you're just afraid to take a chance, that you're afraid to trust them, that you're afraid to take a risk, to give them another chance, if you know what I mean. They also see you as someone who's very passionate, someone who's very beautiful, and to be honest, someone who has this zest for life, okay? Like you are on a new journey here from what I'm seeing. That's why your energies are recharged. You are clean slate. You're doing a lot of this spiritual healing. The vibrations that you're giving off is the Daughter of Wands. There's a sense of innocence, but excitement for new adventure. And maybe you are truly in that new adventure and they see that. Just look at how this magician is looking at the Daughter of Wands here. It's like they're trying to force you to accept them. They see, they recognize your beauty. They recognize these vibrations that you're giving off. And they want some of that. They could also see that maybe you are with a younger fire sign at the moment, Gemini. And this new relationship is showing a lot of promising changes in you. Not just because you have someone new here, but potentially manifesting new energies, new people, living your best life. It's showing on the outside, okay? It's showing on the outside how much you change. And you're radiating here with that vibrant energy. And this person wants something like that, okay? Again, the Devil card. They want what they can't have, Gemini. Yikes. But yeah, 3 of Swords. Just be very careful. I know I keep saying that. If you guys don't want to fall for this magician's tricks. They could be a bit of a con artist, right? So you don't know if this person is creating a trap or trying to manifest. So yeah, as I was saying, you don't know if this person is building a relationship with you or potentially be planning out some form of a sabotage or a big trick here. Okay, they're tricking you into something. But the Devil card, remember, it could also be a form of entrapment because they just want to control you. They want to cling on you, okay? So the outcome and the possible future is the 9 of Wands. So for those of you who have been wanting to escape that situation, the guidance here is to have the last push. You're almost there. Okay, you're on your way towards healing. You're finally releasing this person. But also, I forgot to mention the hopes and fears is the 3 of Swords. So hopes and fears from what I'm seeing is that they fear their heart being broken because they made a mistake of leaving the situation, okay? They also fear that they can never detangle themselves and detach themselves from this emotional pain that they're experiencing at the moment. So if this person is thinking crazy about planning something here and holding on to you, it's because the root here from what I'm seeing is that they ignored the need to heal their heart. And they think that by going back to you, that they can heal their heart again. But they don't know that they're carrying a baggage. It seems like they've been doing this, not just with you, but in their life in general. They tend to sweep their emotions under the rug here. And so they never saw the need to heal their heart in order to be ready and whole for a new relationship. So that's why they have this clinginess in them. It's a very passive energy too. They tend to obsess about the situation because they don't heal their heart here. Someone is not really opening up the heart. Okay, so let's clarify these energies for you, my dear. Why is the Death card over here? Father of Wands. You could have dealt with a fire sign. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could have been a player too. A very charming person. Loves to entertain. They have this very vibrant personality. They're the one who sees something and they tend to do whatever to get something done. So no wonder they have this potential to obsess over something because they won't stop until they get what they want. It's just their personality, okay? So they're also very watchful about you. They're observing you. It's like they're planning something here, really. They may appear like they're calm, cool, and collected, but when they strike, they make sure that they land on success. That is the King of Wands. Very passionate, strong. We have here the 2 of Cups. See, they can't move forward from the relationship the two of you had. They broke up with you, but as it turns out, they're the ones who are feeling hang up. They know that you were the soulmate. You were their soulmate, okay? It could have been a new relationship, and it could have been a beautiful relationship, but you started to see the red flags too. Maybe this person had some commitment issues, because sometimes the Father of Wands could also sweep one person off their feet and another and another. So they can also come across as a bit of a player too, right? So we have here the Six of Pentacles. There has also been some imbalance in this relationship. There was no proper give and take from what I'm seeing here. Could be because they're a bit dominant. You could have suppressed your voice in this relationship a lot of times. They were more the dominant and forceful one. So I see that you bended yourself for this person in the past, okay? We also have here the Father of Swords. Interesting, because we have the Father of Swords and Father of Wands. So you are appearing as the Father of Swords here, since you are an air sign, Gemini. You practice a lot of sense of rationality too. Like when you knew this person was a bit cold and emotionally withdrawing from you, you could have known and perceived that this was coming. Okay, you sort of prepared your heart for that too. That's why you didn't really have much problem, moving forward from this person. Not so much as you thought that they are going to struggle like this, okay? So why is the Devil card here? We have the Nine of Swords. Frankly, they're obsessing about the fact that nothing is going according to their plan. They're losing sleep, okay? They know that they're doing something wrong here to themselves, first and foremost, because they're not also helping themselves by holding on to this situation, and the way that they are planning out and they're using their emotions here, it's not really healthy. And they know that they have to let this go at some point, unless they desire true change here, from what I'm seeing, to their higher self, to become a better person and use their skills to something better, right? The Magician is using your skills, maximizing your potential. Unless they do that, okay, they're just gonna do one bad decision to the next, okay? And it's like they're digging up a deeper hole. So that's why Nine of Swords, there's anxiety, there's paranoia. They need to let go of feelings of guilt too, because that potentially can entrap them, or just a false sense of you having you back in their life is a form of entrapment, because they don't really see the bigger picture from what I'm seeing here. We have here the Sun card. So the only way that this person can have emotional fulfillment and clarity is if they release themselves from this situation. They're blocking their happiness, okay? They're overthinking the situation, is making their head really messed up, because the Sun card could also be a reflection of how we think, which means if the mind is clear, if there's understanding, then you can start manifesting your success here and happiness. From what I'm seeing here with the Sun card, someone also needs to go back to a childlike perspective and let go of the devilish energy, right? There needs to be some rebirth and understanding of oneself here, and healing oneself, because the Sun card does bring about healing. We also have here the Three of Wands. So this person is waiting on commitment here. They just want commitment. They want their ships to come in. They want you to return too. It's like they're waiting for you, from what I'm seeing. They're waiting for an opportunity too. Okay, the window of opportunity, right? Look at that. There's a window of opportunity that they're waiting to have. To maybe communicate with you and see if they could probably work things out with you. But you're already happy. See, we have the Ten of Cups with the Daughter of Wands. You could already be happy with a new person, with a fire sign, okay? A younger Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. With the Ten of Cups, this could also mean family, or with oneself, that feeling of being stable and happy on your own, okay? But more or less, you already have someone else at the moment. Nine of Cups. This person sees you as their wish fulfillment, and they're afraid that they're never going to have that wish again. They keep on hoping and wishing for another chance to be connected with you. But then again, they can never have the emotional fulfillment if they haven't healed their heart. Because how can the heart be fulfilled if it's still tangled with past hurt and pain? Okay, there's no mental clarity about what has happened from what I'm seeing here. Why is the 9 of Wands here, please? It's the final outcome. 5 of Wands. So yeah, you need that last push. If you're still feeling conflicted about this situation, my dear Gemini, or someone is, if this is the other person, they need to just move forward and have some healing. Be very careful too if this person tries to reach out to you and then start another argument and fight, because they may perhaps want to prove a point, but you know that you could never agree on the same thing anymore, because it's like someone is pushing it. Someone is pushing it, okay? Someone is also maybe persuasive and forceful, okay? But at the end of the day, you know it's not productive. Look at all the wands scattered in different places. Or maybe this is the person's mind at the moment. It's like it's really scattered, but they're pushing it. They're pushing the situation to happen. But as it turns out, universe wants to push them towards healing. And the longer that they fight this, the more it's going to be painful and hurtful for this person. Let's get an overall advice for this, okay? It could be potentially not the right moment to communicate, because I could sense that this person requires more time to get some healing, to also release some anger, passive aggressive behavior. We have here Helper of Abundance. Says here, although you have a lot to do, it's important that you get organized first. And I think that this is for the person. Once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. Your guardian angels surround you and are ready to help out. This card also indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend, someone with a big heart and quick wit and endless patience. That person could be you. This card is reminding that person that they need to plan things out. And maybe they're planning out, right? Because they're thinking about it. But hopefully they know that what they're planning out here is not just because they want to take advantage of the situation, but rather can project a more bigger blessing for themselves, you know, manifesting the happiness that they deserve. From what I'm seeing here is that they're planning out on something that could just potentially hurt them in the long run. So this person really needs some deep healing over here, and they could need all the help that they can get from loved ones and families and even spirit, right? Says here, your angels surround you and are ready to help out. So this is the kind of need that requires spiritual awakening. Okay, so that is the reading, my dear Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you all love and light. Thank you so much for all the support, and namaste.